Don Wilson here, and I wanted to kind of cut you a video about. I know it's more of an advanced topic, but it's very important that you kind of get the grasp of it before we go too far into going viral. Quote, I put that in quotes, going viral. Because if you got people going viral for you, what you need to do is you need to give them a like, comment, or share on your photo, okay? Now, when you're understanding a demographic, you know if it's male or female, and you dial an age in, that's all helpful with Facebook ads, right? Because they give you those options if it's male or female. Like my two examples here: my pit bulls niche, which is a very controversial, passion-driven niche that I've got hundreds of thousands of fans in, is more female based. Okay, it's females. They know that it's a controversy in the breed. Don't judge the breed, and judge the deed, not the breed. Okay, that's something that they're into. It's a very controversial topic. So I know if I put that and evoke that emotion, that caring, loving mother emotion versus, this is what the media thinks. This is what thugs portray it as. This is what real responsible pit bull owners see it as. And it's the same thing with like the example that I give in this course, the gun niche. Okay, this is what Capitol Hill sees. This is what the media sees. This is what the responsible gun owner sees. Okay, it's controversial in the niche, and when you start to understand who you're speaking to, you can really, really evoke that emotion in your photos, okay? Pitbull niche, for example. If you show a kid, like a toddler, being loved by a pit and being protected by a pit, that's going to really appeal to the mother inside of someone that's going to be our avatar for that niche, okay? Now, the gun niche, it's more male-based niche, protect your family-based niche, okay? You're not taking my gun rights. I need my guns to protect my family, to hunt, to put food on the table. That's the type of thing, okay? You don't really want to go after the hobbyist, like I use my gun to go shoot with. That's not what we're trying to evoke in that niche, okay? So to really grasp what we're doing, who we're talking to, in all of our photos to get that emotional response, I run through these questions. Now, whether you answer every single one, that's up to you, okay? But I want you to pretty much go, okay, just take your niche, for example. If you haven't picked one yet, just say pit bulls for now. Okay, let's just say puppies. Okay, and then let's kind of think about who are we talking to. All right, let's just draw a mental map. All right, we're looking for a female, ages 34, whatnot. Now, if you've got a page or a fan base, you can actually go into Facebook Insights and you can see kind of who you're speaking to. Okay, let me just hop in here and I'll show you. Gun. I love my gun rights. Let me go in here. We go to Insights, and we go to Reach, and look at that. Now we've got more female because it's been shared and it's been spread, but we're going to have more of a male audience for buying things. Okay, what we're selling mainly is an AR-15, build your own AR-15 guide. Okay, and I know by who's bought it, the people that are buying are male based. So that's who I'm going to talk to, right? You know that 20% of your customers are going to make you 80% of your money. So with what we have to sell in this niche, it's going to be more of a male base. We've got home defense reports, we've got build your own AR-15, we've got rep your pride stickers, we've got a bunch of different stuff that we can sell in this niche, and we know that's going to sell better towards the male. So that's who we're going to make for the avatar, okay? You're not just going for who's going to share my most amount of photos, you're going to go for who's going to buy from me, who am I going to make money off of, okay? So we know males are going to be based in the traffic. We know females are always going to share things more. That's how it happens in every niche. So once I've moved from paid traffic to viral traffic, if you have a more male avatar, it'll start to broaden up to female. And you'll notice this throughout. So if you go look into my case studies, when I'm starting to just do PPC, you'll see that this is like 70% male. Okay, so we're going to dial in male, even though this is a little bit more female traffic. And we're going to kind of take from the point of, all right, this is who we're going to really go after. This is who's going to share it for us, even though females will share it for us too. This is who we're going to go after to buy, okay? So let's go male. Let's go age group 25 to 45, okay? Because that's when most of our market is. And let's run them through this question, okay? Where they live. Let's just basically just make something up, okay? So they live in, Atlanta, Georgia. They're working every single day. They're hardworking. And what sports they play, they're not really into sports. They don't really play them. They're not like a kid. They watch sports on TV. They like this, certain sports teams. What books do they read? They're very conservative based. Okay, we're kind of trying to figure out who they are. Now, when it's coming from a gun rights page, you can kind of take a little bit of judge on political views and kind of who they are as a person because you know that. Okay, when it's just a puppy page, You don't know that. Okay, you just know they like dogs. You don't know anything about their political viewpoints, and you can't make any assumptions based on that. Okay, so you're not going to find exact answers on these, but you'll start to develop an avatar with these. Okay, what kind of movies do they watch? What kind of person are they? Do they read blogs? What kind of bloggers are they into? What kind of clothing styles do they wear? Okay, now when you get into like, if you're doing this for like say an offline business and you want to run their social media campaigns, when you start running people through this, then you really start to understand who their customer is, okay? So if you're trying to start a new niche, that's when these really become important, okay? And you get to like questions number 19 through 22, okay? This is where I really want you to dig in. Now, some of these are very broad questions, and they're just here to help you kind of jog your memory and kind of think from different perspectives so you can start to see what's going to evoke emotion. Now, 19 through 22 are the ones that I really want you to focus on. Now, I've included 2 worksheets. It's going to get you 40 questions, okay? Don't worry too much about all the questions. They're there to jog your memory, not there to get a specific answer for each one. But I do want you to focus on questions 19 through 22 because they're really about evoking emotion. What do they hate? Now let's take the pit bulls one for example, okay? They hate the media controversy, how they're always showing them in fights and all that stuff. And who do they hate? They hate like Michael Vick, okay, because of all the controversy in the media where he beat the dogs and they did all the dog fighting. They hate the dog fighting. They hate the thugs that breed them, okay? What do they love? They love their dogs, okay? They love their dogs around kids. They love the protection. They love to fight against the media. And when you start to figure this stuff out, you really understand what evokes emotion and what goes viral. The most viral photos I've ever had in the pit bull niche showed all of these factors that were happening through 19 through 22. It showed what they love, showed the thugs, it showed the Michael Vick style, it showed what the media portrays, and it shows what responsible pit bull owners portray. And it's the same thing in the gun niche where they hate. Okay, well they hate the fact that people are trying to take away their gun rights. They hate that since burglars and criminals use guns, that it's being affected negatively toward people that use it to hunt for their family. Can you kind of see how 19 through 22 exposes all this? Okay, now so don't get overwhelmed by the amount of questions here. Focus on some really emotional questions right here. And if you need to dig in deeper because you're really trying to figure out who your avatar is, then run them through this whole list. Okay, it's a very comprehensive list. I pulled it out of my group coaching program that does Facebook every day. But focus on 19 through 22 here. What do they hate? Who do they hate? What do they love? Who do they love? What kind of stereotypes are there? And then kind of go, okay, well, how can I evoke that in these photos? And we're going to talk about that more in the next video. So make sure to download these avatar things. And you can kind of go to the next video now if you don't have your niche picked. And if you do, think about it. What do they hate? Who do they hate? And who do they love? And how can you pull that out inside of photos to get them liked, commented, and shared? Okay? So make the viral avatar. Realize that it's the 80-20 rule, okay? Even if your stats are a little different on demographics, think about who's gonna spend money with me later. Okay, and this niche particularly that I'm giving an example in, it's gonna be male. Even though females will always share more, and if you go check out my case study in live time, it's got a lot more male fan base with just the ads, okay? But realize that the male fan base is who we're targeting on this one, but in the pit bulls niche, we're targeting a female fan base, okay? So I hope that helps you, hope it serves you. I'll see you in the next video about creating the viral photos. Don't let all the questions overwhelm you. Focus on questions 19 through 22. Evoke emotion. Emotion is what gets the response, okay? Logic is not what gets a response. So you don't want, if it's a logical topic, you want to put the hate in it, the love in it, the emotion in the photos, and that'll get you going viral. So I'll see you in the next video.